Many few American Jews actually risk their lives and come to Israel and join the military. This video is dedicated into their memories. Alex Singer, who was killed in a battle in 1987, was from upstate New York. We have Michael Levin, who fought in the Second Lebanon War and fell in a battle in southern Lebanon in 2006. And we have Max Sternberg from Los Angeles, California, who gave his life on protective edge in 2014. This is their stories.
I met Alex 30 years ago. I was his counselor in the Brandeis Bardin program in California, and he was the participant who would sit at the back, always drawing, and the one with whom I probably had the most interesting conversations.
In 1973, the family went to Israel, intending to stay for only 1 year, but remaining for 4. In 1977, the whole family returned to the Washington, D.C. area. Alex made Aliyah on the last day of 1984 and was drafted into the Israeli army.
Dear Mom and Dad, I just got off the phone with you just to show you that talking doesn't make me less likely to write. It's Monday now. I'll be a soldier in 7 hours. I'm not worried, so you shouldn't. Lebanese border, dear Catherine. I'm not stationed in Lebanon, but at times we have to go in. You must never forget that my being where I am is not a result of my worldview, but of the fact that if we weren't here, Israel would live in terror.
Today I felt such fear. If the war comes, when the war comes, I will have to lead men to die. But those men were not men a short time ago. Some don't even shave yet. And I will have to have the calm power to yell to them or to whisper, Kadima.
These were not easy situations for him, not physically, not personnel, not all these things that he felt that it was important to do, it was the right thing to do, he was in the right place.
He had very strong views about how to do that, about what kind of values he wanted to give the soldiers.
This country is my home emotionally, religiously, and in any other way. I want to make this place better. Last letter, unfinished. Dear Harold, the day after tomorrow I'll be 25. This is a good age, prime of life. It is once again a time of decision for me. I've decided I would like to be a company commander. So I don't feel like I'm aging. The fact that I'll finish my next position at age 26 or 27 is not worrisome. I'm pleased that
I think he cared very much to be an example to his soldiers of somebody who could be observant and be part of the world and really care about everybody.
I went to the Army. Part of the project is to give each team of soldiers a name. A week after my soldiers went into the Army, they got their name, which is Tevet Alex. When they see a soldier who made Aliyah from America, chose to do the Army and to be an officer, it was a very meaningful part of my Army service.
I was on a student trip to Israel. The trip leader handed out copies of Alex's book. It was the inspiration of Alex's story and what it meant to him to be a young American Israeli Jew. And I ultimately decided to come back to Israel and join the Army myself.
I think one of the things that we think about is how many young people were affected by his life. So for us, that makes a very big difference.
Dear Alex, you have left us so much of yourself, so many drawings, so many writings that make us smile and think about life. We can hear your laughter, feel your joy, and we are powered by your message to do. Do as you believe and people will follow you. Do what is right, because only then will you have the power to affect the world. We and Saul, Daniel, and Benji, together now in Israel, are all trying to make you proud of how we build our lives. Love, Mom and Dad.
שלושה חיילי צה"ל מחטיבת גבעתי נהרגו ו4 נפצעו בהיתקלות שהייתה אמש עם חוליית מחבלים. המחבלים היו בדרכם לבצע פיגוע מיקוח בישראל. ההרוגים הם סרן רונן ישי וייסמן ממושב מסלול בנגב, סגן אלכסנדר זינגר מקיבוץ עין צורים בשפלה.
כוח צה"ל שסרק אתמול לפנות ערב באחת הגבעות הנידחות הללו נתקל במלכודת מוות. מחבלים המתינו לכוח עד שהגיע בשלמותו למקום. המפגש בין המחבלים לבין כוח צה"ל התנהל מטווחים קצרים ולאורך זמן רב.
As a mother, I miss him terribly.
It was Mikey. It was the worst day of my life.
He was just a normal kid. The only difference is he knew at a very young age what he wanted to do. He knew he wanted to come to Israel. He knew he wanted to join the army.
First of all, the first day he put on his uniform, that's one of the most exciting days of your life.
מהר מאוד דיבר וחי ונשם ישראליות. אז בעצם ישנו מיטה מתחת מיטה. הוא היה בחור מאוד מאוד מצחיק. מאוד חייכן. היה אפשר לראות שמייקל הוא בין החיילים הרציניים שהיו לי. תמיד היה מוכן לעשות כל מה שהייתי מפיל עליו, ולפעמים היו לי דברים לא פשוטים. במצבים הכי כיפים והכי משוחררים, וגם במצבים הכי קשים, שומר על החיוך, על ההומור.
But once he got into that uniform, he took it very, very seriously. He really grew up.
שלום לכם, יום של מלחמה בגבול הצפון. מן השעה 9 בבוקר, בלב הפרשה כרגע, 2 חטופים ישראלים, 2 חיילים שנחטפו ללבנון.
He was home when the war broke out in Lebanon, and he called back to Israel every day. He was very worried, and finally he said, I'm gonna have to go back to my unit.
כבר היינו בתוך לבנון, נלחמנו בגזרת בן ג'בל, מייקל חזר לארץ, וזה היה לו ברור שהוא חוזר בשביל להיכנס. הדבר הראשון שהוא אומר לי, אני איתכם, אני עכשיו נכנס, אין מצב שאני נשאר בחוץ עוד פעם.
I personally was one of the last people he spoke to. He said to me, Shui, I'm going in. He said, listen, I just want you to know that I love you. If anything happens, you know it. If not, well, I'll see you when I come out. I said, don't worry about it. I'll see you in a couple of days.
He called us on Sunday, and he said, I can't talk to you anymore. Do you understand what I'm telling you? And I just didn't think anything would happen to him.
בגדול המשימה הייתה לטהר את העיירה. אז אנחנו בעצם נכנסנו בידיעה שאנחנו הולכים להתקל עם אויב. אחרי כמה דקות אני שומע בקשר שגם המ"פ וגם הסמ"ך נפצעו. אז בעצם אני מתחיל להתקדם עם המחלקה, איך שאנחנו מרימים את הראש, מתחילה עלינו אש. נתפסנו על איזשהו בית, בעצם התארגנו מעט להגן על עצמנו. עשינו איזושהי סריקה לוודא שהבית ריק מאדם, הגיע איזשהו מחבל לקרבת הפתח ונתן פשוט צרור לתוך הבית. אני מסתכל על כל החיילים, ואז אני רואה שיש לי חייל אחד על הרצפה. התקרבתי אליו לראות מי זה, ראיתי שזה מייקל. אני הגעתי, משכתי אותו פנימה, 3 חובשים ישר עליו, לעשות החייאה וכל מה שאפשר. לא מוותרים על בחור כמו מייקל בקלות. הדבר היחידי שחשבתי עליו זה להשאיר לו סיכוי. אחרי משהו כמו 20 דקות, אז הבנתי שגם לא נצליח להציל את מייקל. צריכים להמשיך ולהילחם עד שבעצם נצא מהבית ונחזיר אותו חזרה לארץ.
My rabbi showed up with the Israeli consulate, and they took me into my boss's office and shut the door, and they told me. I was the first to find out.
חבר שרק לפני רגע דיברת איתו על הכל וצחקת איתו, רגע אחרי זה אתה הולך לבקר בהלוויה שלו, זה משהו שהוא לא נתפס ולוקח קצת זמן עד שאתה באמת מעכל את זה.
That was a bad day for me. That was the worst day of my life, definitely, by far. Was Mikey.
כי שירי הוא בת קול ברוח, מכתבי השלוח.
And to Michael's family, the 890 Battalion and the Operational Company were always Michael's family. You are as well, forever, one of ours, one of our family. Yeh zichro baruch.
I heard the door. The minute I heard an Israeli accent, I thought something's wrong. And he just said, there's been an accident. And I said, is he okay? What happened? Or, like, how severely is he injured? They kept kind of staring at me, just looking at me. And then I said, I think I must have said, did he die or is he dead? And then they said, yes.
Max and my sister Paige and myself, we all decided to go to Israel on our birthright trip.
Part of his trip was to go to the Mount Herzl.
When he went to the cemetery, Mount Herzl, I think that really, really impacted him.
We were told that he had made a statement out loud that I'm going to come back and I'm going to do what these guys did, to serve and to protect Israel. We didn't recognize or believe how passionate he was about this.
He absolutely would not do anything but Golani, and he wanted Golani 13. And they told him no at first, and he's like, I don't care, send me home, send me to jail. That's it.
Just looking at him makes you smile, because Max's smile was, from ear to ear.
This is where my love for Israel is. They were so appreciative of our son sacrificing his life.
30,000 people is a lot of people. It was very moving. You realize, your life has a meaning, and you have only a certain amount of time to, live it right. And that's a constant reminder from the day it happened until the rest of my life.
I think that was his mission. I think it was his mission. And you know what? Mission accomplished.
Includes a man from right here in L.A. Max Steinberg is his name, a Woodland Hills native who joined the Israeli military a couple of years ago. Tonight, family and friends have gathered to remember him over at Lazy J Park in West Hills. That's where KTLA 5's Casey Montoya is live for us tonight. Casey?
Hi, Rick. More than 100 people showed up tonight to remember Max Steinberg. He grew up in Woodland Hills and volunteered to join the Israeli army 2 years ago. And that was something his parents say they weren't thrilled about at first, but they did support it once they knew his heart was in it.
He wasn't afraid. He wasn't afraid for himself.
Evelyn and Stuart Steinberg, surrounded by dozens of family and friends, after learning their 24-year-old son, Max, had been killed fighting for the Israeli army this weekend.
I was with friends last night, and I watched the news, and I saw that something horrible happened, but I don't know, I did have a weird feeling, I have to say, as a mother. I guess I had some instinct, and I never thought I'd have to bury my child. It's not supposed to be that way.
Steinberg joined the Israeli Defense Forces in 2012 and wanted to become part of the elite Golani Brigade, an accomplishment that made his family proud.
Max was a free spirit.
Yeah.
He was extremely challenging, energetic.
After a trip to Israel with his brother on birthright, he decided he wanted to make Israel his home.
Max had an amazing connection with the people. The experience was beyond anything that he could personally have imagined.
Friends say Steinberg was courageous and died defending the country he was honored to be serving.
That actually having someone that you know, get killed in there brings it home because it's so far away. You don't really think about it, but I mean, it's definitely a shame. So.
Now, more than 400 people have died since this fighting started 2 weeks ago, Sunday being the deadliest day so far. But Max's mom said even through all of that, she still supports what Israel is doing. The family is flying to Israel tomorrow, and they say they will bury Max there, something he would have wanted.
May the memory of Alex Singer, Michael Levin, and Max Steinberg be a blessing. These brave men left their homes from the United States, left their comforts, came to Israel to fight for the Jewish people and fight for the state of Israel. And with their ultimate sacrifice, they leave us an example of how many other Jews should live their lives and should live their lives with purpose. It's for defending our people. May their memories be a blessing for eternity.